Alright guys, mic check. Can you hear me? I'm gonna have to get a cat greenies. It's already started meowing. Alright, there you go. Alright, so I wasn't going to start the stream until after markets open, but because the DXY is dropping, you see we dropped out of this somewhat of a falling wedge. Notice we found support right here at around 91.22, and markets are pushing up. You can see that Bitcoin is pushing up as well. Let me give you some price targets real quick. If we do push up, this is the H1 chart, so your first resistance level to watch. If we push up, you can see we got topped out previously right here. This was August 23rd. By the way, you like the thumbnail? Noob, you always calling BTC to crash to 10K and now say it's bullish. You did see the thumbnail, right? I said we're gonna moon, but the moon was lower and price came down to the moon. I guess you're not very bright, Chris. I assume others got that. Did anybody else understand the thumbnail? Apparently Chris didn't understand that. Well, I appreciate that, Vincent. So look, let me just tell you where your current resistance levels are, right? If we push up, your first resistance to possibly get rejected is going to be right here at 51,637. Your current support now, if we come back down, is 50,675. This is on the H1 chart. I'll give you one more if we do come down, but it is pushing up. And remember, guys, I'm telling you, always look at the DXY. The dollar's dropping, and currently markets don't open for another, what, 6 minutes. But as you can see that the markets were up. Now they're down. At least the Dow's down 63 points, so we'll have to see what happens with that. But we did get this, it was a wick that came down and pushed right back above the support level here, which was really weird. But again, DXY down, markets up, typically means Bitcoin's going to push up, so I don't know what's going to happen here. It looks like it's kind of teetering right now, but if we do push up 51,637, that's a very important resistance level. And if we push up on the C1 chart, this is going to be very strong resistance. And again, this is an important resistance level. This has been a lot of resistance going back. Resistance, 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 resistance. We got above the support and came down. So if we get above that point, we could get one hell of a pump or get rejected. So pay attention to this support, this resistance level above. All right, what are you guys saying? What cat food do I use? Sheets Fancy Feast. All right, good. Mic's working. You know what? We can go through some of the altcoins. I did update Polkadot. Updated about 15 of the altcoins. I have 6 to go. This weekend, I'm going to update some more. It is Labor Day, guys. We're going to cover a few charts. So look, if you're interested in Lifetime, so it's $50 off through this weekend if you want to take advantage of it. Right here, got my little overlay. So this weekend only, $50 off full lifetime access. Instead of $2.99, it's $2.49. You have to email me through the website. So click on the contact page when you go to the website. This is the contact page right here. So if you want to take advantage of that, shoot me an email. Again, as long as you get an email through this weekend, we'll set you up lifetime for $2.49 instead of $2.99 if you want to take advantage of that. So guys, let's go through this. So let me get rid of this screen here. So yesterday's live stream, I told you we were possibly topped out at 50,453, right? And so if it came down, your support, this is a C1, this is on the 3 hour. I said your support was 48,947. Well, let's see how this played out on the C1 chart. We came down, where was your support? Right here. Notice that we wicked below it, but notice the meat of the candle is right above the support level. Guys, these charts are accurate for swing trading. I mean, just the C1 H1 chart alone, you can swing trade the hell out of it. This was our support down here to the tick. We pushed up. We got rejected right up here at 50,357. It came down, found support. Now notice this wick right down here on the C1 chart. I covered this I didn't give you price targets on this, but notice this support level right here. Right here. We came down right to that point and pushed up on this chart. right to the tick. That's why I have these two charts charted different ways. The H1 chart, I have particular trend lines that created this chart. You can see we found support right here. So again, that's why I say reference H1 and the C1. This helps you find this wick that came down. And again, that's what I'm saying, 51,637, you'll possibly get a rejection. Maybe come back down, hold support at 50,731. But you can see, this did hold its support. And again, I had that right here, 48,947. 48,000, well, it depends on when you make contact. But just showing you, you can use these charts to swing trade. So that's what I'm saying, if we push up, I mean, these are your targets if you push up or if you drop. You would short 52,793, and if we make it above, we might come back down. We'll see. Depends on what markets do in the DXY. But it looks like we're holding support right here, so we'll have to see. Where's Bitcoin going based on my prediction? Well, let me give you the bullish case here. That might sound funny coming from me. So right now, this is what we're watching, and I told you pay attention to around 52,500, 53,000. This is very strong resistance. If we pushed up, it is very likely we're going to get rejected right here. So again, that's what I said. If we get above 53,000 and hold support, I'm bullish for more upside. If we get above this point, I'm bullish for more upside. Keep in mind though, we will respect this blue ring right here as resistance. But again, I'm bullish above 53,000. If we get above that, bullish. As long as we're below, I think we can still come down and test this target I gave you on the 23rd. And you say, well, how is that possible since we're pushing up? Again, that's what happened over here. We found support, we pushed up. We found support, we pushed up. So again, I think that's the same thing playing out right now. Look at this bearish divergence here. You got bearish divergence on the MACD. Price keeps pushing up while the MACD is coming down, and on the RSI, you can see it right here, slowly going down while price is pushing up. So again, typically per classical TA, that's bearish divergence. But you want the bullish case, guys? All right. Do you guys remember this video I created? I made it private back when I got strikes. I went back and made a bunch of my older videos private. But do you remember this video I made when I created this chart in the video? The next ring is a key place where BTC could retrace. If you're talking about that green line, I think that is definitely a point it could retrace. But do you guys remember this video I created a while back? I actually created this chart in the video. I published this on November 23rd, 2019. This is my original peak of the bull run chart. And we might come back below here. Nobody remember this video? Well, I just want to show you how accurate this chart has been so far. So again, this is published on November 23rd, 2019. Now this was just a line I drew showing potentially, I copied some bars patterns from our previous bull run. I said this is the point we would move up, and then this is when it would go parabolic. Look how accurate this has been. And again, this is the bullish case. Now this is the issue. I think we're going to have a stock market correction, which is going to make this probably not play out. That being said, if the markets continue to push up, then maybe this plays out. But look how accurate this has been. Remember, this is where I call the bottom on this red ring. But watch how we ride right up this white line, and look where we're currently at. Look how accurate that's been. And again, this was published on November 23rd, 2019. We rode right up this as support. We pushed up, got rejected right here. This is that white ring. This is a version of that white ring that were topped out on the peak of the bull run 2.0 chart. Look what happened when we hit that line that I said we would start going parabolic. We rode right up it, and look at this. So we could come back down in the bullish case, push back up, and the peak I gave you was around 317,000. Now, I'm not saying we have to go that high. I'm just saying it's crazy how accurate this chart's been, especially how old this chart is. This is where we bottomed right here at this red ring. This is where when we were coming down, I said a likely point to buy in was at this red ring, and that was the bottom. We pushed back up, and damned if we didn't push. I mean, I just drew this line here just showing when it would go parabolic, and we rode right up it. Crazy. This is the peak of the bull run 2.0 chart. So this right here, this line, this ring right here that we were topped out, we're above it now. You see this ring right here? That is this one. So if I hit play, see this ring right here? Notice we got topped out here, and now we're slightly above it. But the question is, do we continue up? Because we pushed above it before, pushed above it, came back down. So I'm saying we could push above it at least to this point. That's the green line here. Maybe this blue ring pushes us down. I think we have more downside, but look guys, I'm giving you a bullish case and the bearish case. Yeah, that is that target. That would be, I'd have to load the chart up, but I think this is in December. So if this chart played out, and if we come down a bit, push back up, and do like this, we would hit 319,000 sometime in December. That's according to this chart. I'm just showing you how accurate it's been so far. Doesn't mean we have to continue up. And I'm just telling you, if we have a stock market correction, Bitcoin's going to come down. If the stock market continues up, Bitcoin will continue up. But according to this chart, that's where the peak is right here. Let's see, DXY still coming down. So it looks like we're breaking down from this pattern. How long we got till markets open? Markets are open now. We're down 60 for the Dow Jones. And guys, what I was saying, the reason I don't think that we're going to continue higher is because I expect we're going to have a correction around October 1st with the Dow Jones. And again, look, we're turning red right here. I think we're going to go sideways till we hit this ring and come down. As I mentioned in yesterday's stream, you hit the ring, you get rejected. You hit the ring, you get rejected. This one had our COVID crash. This isn't a green ring, but we did get rejected here. Hit the green ring, get rejected. It just makes sense, guys. Like I've been telling you, I think October 1st is when everything's going to come crashing down. And if the markets are coming down, Bitcoin's going to come down as well. It's a risky asset. When the Dow Jones dropped around 34%, Bitcoin dropped 68%. Well, if they're talking about inflation, if the DXY continues to drop, you want to be in Bitcoin. And actually, let me load that chart up. I haven't loaded that chart up in a while. So if you get access to the charts, guys, well, I guess I need to log in. Hold on a sec. Hold on, I can't log in while I'm on the stream. Hold on. Give me one sec, guys. A little technical error here. All right, hold on. All right, let me log into my website. All right, there we go. All right, so this is the chart I'm talking about right here. Let's see, access charts, Bitcoin. This is one where I was talking about the DXY, Bitcoin's a hedge against US dollars. So if you have access to the charts, it's called DXY BTC. So this is what I was talking about. You can see that, okay, the dollar is dropping and Bitcoin's pushing up. But that's what I'm saying. Every time, look, when the DXY, this is the dollar above, this is Bitcoin below. This was the 2nd of January 2017. These lines match. This blue line matches this red line. The dollar was coming down. Bitcoin pushed up. And you can see here, this is when our COVID crash. The dollar was coming down. and Bitcoin was pushing up. And then, you know, the dollar's been going up and down, so that's why Bitcoin's kind of going sideways. But if the dollar continues to drop, yes, you want to be in Bitcoin. If the dollar comes down, Bitcoin's going to continue up. And the opposite, if you start seeing the dollar start pushing up, Bitcoin will come down. So Bitcoin is a hedge against the US dollar. But yeah, if Dow goes down, then pretty much everything goes down, and all risky assets go down the hardest. So yeah, I am predicting that the Dow Jones is going to have a correction, and I have two charts showing this. This red ring, this was the chart I used to, well, you know, maybe I got lucky, guys. It's possible. You know, I was predicting a crash, you know, back here. It played out. Maybe I just got lucky because COVID happened and it crashed. But I can tell you this red ring, every time we cross it, we have a drop. This one, we made contact, we dropped. This one, we got a pump at the ring, right? We got a pump at it, we came down. This is this next red ring out. So something's going to happen at this point. This is October 1st. This chart here shows every time we hit a green ring, we get a correction. It doesn't have to be a big correction. I just think with everything's going on, that the semiconductor shortages, they can't get stuff shipped out. And there's a container shortage, all the stuff going on. It just makes sense that it'd be a larger correction at this point. It could be a small correction. This correction here was 10%. That's still not small. Back here, this correction was around, well, almost 10%. This correction here was 12%. So we could at least get a 10 or 12% correction here at the least, right? But if we get a larger correction, you know, bring us down 24%, the Bitcoin would drop, what, 48%? Something like that? I just think it's very possible October 1st we're going to have a drop, which means Bitcoin can't continue up. I'm not saying it's bullish. I was just showing you a chart I had and just showing you how accurate this chart's been. We could get topped out here and start coming back down. It depends on the stock market, guys. I see all these guys, you know, all these YouTube channels making these predictions about $200,000 Bitcoin, $150,000 Bitcoin, totally not taking into account what's going on with the global economy and markets. What, the Chinese market just had a drop? Didn't they just have a pretty substantial drop? I mean, it's a world economy, right? Let's see here. DXY is pushing back up. If this was a fake out, if this was just a fake out, right? We're still in this falling wedge. If we get back above 92.174 and the dollar starts pushing back up, Bitcoin is going to start dropping. Look, the Dow's already coming down. It's down 118 points. This would be bearish for Bitcoin. And look, you can see it started retracing back down. Yeah, well, that bullish case is insane. That's just what the chart showed. I mean, that is, when I created this chart, that is what it showed. I did it different. Well, I created this all over again. But if you want that date, if this chart played out, I don't see this happening. But this chart does show that we would hit 320,000 by late December, the 28th of December. I don't see that happening the way the markets are. I think it's likely that we get topped out, we come back down. I think we've entered a bear market, guys. And I think this is probably the pattern we're in. Right here, it seems like every time we get in this pattern, this is what happens. 2013, we got caught in this descending triangle. Broke down from it, had a crash. This was 2017. Got caught in this pattern, drop. This was 2019, got caught in this pattern, broke below it, had a fake out, drop. And notice, you know, we found support on the 200 weekly moving average right here. This was the 10th of December 2018. And then we had our COVID crash. We dropped down to the 300 weekly right here. This was the 16th of March 2020. That's why I'm saying if, and we don't have to be in this pattern, we could continue up. That's possible. But if we're in this pattern and we do come down, since we bottomed on the 200 week back here, we bottomed the 300 week, I'm saying these are likely points to pay attention to. If this continues up like this, which is very possible, and let's say we do something like this, and then we have a crash. This could be the bottom, which would be our top back in when we almost hit 20,000. And if it gets worse, you know, wherever this might be, let's say it's right here, this is the 0.618, you know, then maybe we drop down as low as 13,000. Maybe we don't. Maybe we continue higher. But if we do drop, I'm just telling you, these are targets you want to pay attention to. The 200 weekly and the 300 weekly moving average. Oh my God. You guys didn't get that? Well, we know we have bearish divergence. We know that it's possible, according to my charts, we could have a market correction. But let's see what's happening right now. Just right now, the Dow, and you got to pay attention to the NASDAQ, the S&P too. But look, the Dow is coming down right now. So I imagine the DXY is pushing back up. And that's what happens when the Dow is in the positive, you'll start seeing the DXY come down. When the DXY pushes up, you'll see the Dow start dropping down in the negative. Right now, the Dow's dropping. We're down 126 points, and the DXY is starting to push back up. Bitcoin's a hedge against the U.S. dollar, so U.S. dollar up, bearish for Bitcoin. Where the hell is it? Look, we're back above this support level. Look at this. We're right back above this support. So if this was a fake out, you know, because Bitcoin was pushing up. If this is a fake out and we break to the upside, we pushed up to 92.96. You want to be out of Bitcoin. How much of a fake out was that? We dropped a total of, I mean, that's not a lot, but for the DXY, it's a lot, 0.25%. And now we're right back up here. And we're right back below this resistance right now. I wanted to show you a few other charts while we're waiting to see what happens here. Just make sure you write down these numbers, guys. If you don't have access to the charts, if we do push up, I'm telling you, you're going to get a lot of resistance right here. 51,648. Our current resistance right now, we did wick above it. We're coming back down below it. 50,666. And again, this is going to be a lot of resistance right here. You can see how many times we tested this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. So if we push up, I mean, this is it. If we get above this point, expect us to go much higher. Otherwise, if we get rejected, it would be at 52,793. Look, I'll tell you this. So my prediction is, if the stock market doesn't crash, Bitcoin can continue higher. We're still in a bull run. I agree with that. Bitcoin looks bullish. We've been pushing up like crazy. If the stock market continues up, Bitcoin will continue up as well. If the dollar starts crashing while markets push up, Bitcoin is going to continue up. But if the market's correct, and guys, I'm just telling you, it just makes so much sense. How can you not see that? That's why I'm saying I don't think we're going to continue up. I think the stock market's going to have a correction. I mean, we know it happened when we had our COVID crash. You know, gold crashed, everything crashed. When the COVID happened, Bitcoin crashed twice as hard. When the stock market dropped, Bitcoin dropped twice as much. And if we get another major correction here, Bitcoin is going to come down also. That's what I'm saying. I don't think it's going to be bullish. I think we're going to enter another bear market. Good morning, Buck. I did want to show you a few things, guys. So, and again, look, if we push up, hey, there's other charts where I got resistance levels above to pay attention to. All I'm saying is, if we do have a crash, if let's just say we start coming down, just pay attention to the 200 weekly and 300 weekly. I do think that's where we'll bottom. And it'll probably be one of these support levels. Again, probably be out here, and this one will probably be out here somewhere. These are the points you want to watch. So if we drop, pay attention. If we don't, then ignore it. So this was a ring chart. So this weekend I'm going to update the rest of the altcoin charts, and I'm going to create some 1 or 5 minute charts for the for some of these altcoins. It would be kind of cool to do a live stream and watch these play out on the 1 minute. This is a theta chart. This is just a ring chart. I can't play this out. I had it on the 5 minute. If I hit play on it, it says oops, it can't hold this much data. But this was the 22nd of August 2021. I just want to show you how this chart played out. I rewound it back. So I'm going to make some more of these, put them on the website, just a swing trade. But take note, this is theta, this is on the 15 minute. And when I had the chart on the website, it was on the 1 minute. But watch how price respects these rings. It's just kind of fun creating these charts and just playing the rings. Came up as resistance right here. Basically respecting the blue rings and the orange rings. Came up as resistance. We dropped. It found support, pushed up. It'll come back up as resistance. This got perfect support right there. Got support again. Again, that's what I'm saying. When you respect rings to the left, you respect it to the right. And this is just on the smaller time frame. Look at this perfect wick right down to that ring. You long, you long, you long. This point you could long, then we broke below it, then it became resistance. Every time you hit it, you short. You hit it, you short. So I was going to make a few of these for probably Matic, ADA, Bitcoin, Ethereum, just play the smaller time frames. But this went out way past. I mean, these charts when I created them, they're only meant to be used for like 4 or 5 days. I'm glad you like my onion rings. I appreciate it. So let's see here. Let's see what price is doing here. The DXY. Let's see if it's pushing up. Nope, coming back down. So this was a chart. This was a chart I published on June 24th. Remember the ring of capitulation, guys? This was a ring. I said when we cross it, this was published on June 24th, 2019. I said when we cross this ring, we would potentially come down. This is how this one played out. We crossed this ring. We rode up this yellow ring. This one we had this fake out to the upside, 14K. We came down, found support on this ring, and then went sideways, and then we just blasted off from there. As soon as we crossed this red ring right here, we just continued up. This one here, this is the one that had that ring that nailed the top. This is published on November 30th, 2019. We're respecting this orange ring right here. And, had we known, but, when you're respecting rings, I have them yellow right here. But I just want to show you how this played out. This November 30th. Notice we topped out right here at this ring. Came down where these rings intersected right here. This was this is the one that I was predicting the stock market crash. Again, I could have got lucky. I said when we cross this ring, potentially we'd come down to these targets. It did play out that way. But again, maybe I got lucky just because COVID happened and it just happened around the time I was predicting a crash. But if you look at this chart, the same ring that caused 2 drops, we are coming up on that next ring out here. That is this ring right here. And that coincides, that's this red ring right here on October 1st, and it totally coincides with this chart right here. So again, if we don't get a stock market crash, Bitcoin could push up. If we do, I would get the hell out of Bitcoin. So any questions, particular charts you want to check out? And by the way, guys, again, one more time, if you do want to take advantage of $50 off the full lifetime access, just shoot me an email through the contact page, all right? And here's that link if you want to contact me. Just say interested in lifetime, want the discount, the Labor Day special, and I'll set you up. That gives you access to everything: stocks, tutorials, Bitcoins, altcoins, precious metals, Discord, Twitter. One-time payment, you're in for life. You want to check out Polkadot? Yeah, I have ADA. Those charts have been updated. So let's see, access charts. By the way, if you just want to subscribe monthly, here's the link. We're at resistance right now. Let's see. Well, we got 3 charts paying attention to. This is a chart. The 3 charts you need up right now are the C1, the H1, and the G1. Currently we're above this. We got above this before, and this, all this line is right here, this orange line, we found support right here. We found support right here. So I drew a line, and actually if you bring it back, you notice this was resistance right here. So I drew this line, and this is where we got rejected. Currently we're above it, but we pushed above it before. We pushed above it by 1.35%, and currently we're above it now by 1.23%. So again, it's possible we could come back down. This could be a double top before coming back down. But we did find perfect support. I told you, so when we came down, pay attention right here. We found perfect support on this ring and pushed up. And now we're coming back down. What's the DXY doing? It's just hovering between support and resistance. The Dow's down 157. This isn't looking good for Bitcoin, guys. Yeah, I'll load up Polkadot in just a sec. Which ETH chart should we be watching? The E1 chart. So let me load up that chart real quick. We'll go through some of these altcoin charts. And I have the published version to see how they play out as well. Alright, so let's look at Ethereum. So I have a few charts. This is the E1 chart. And I did notice, guys, when I had this on the 3 hour, you'll notice I put this on the 3 hour, it looked all messed up. See how these angled, these aren't matching up? So I put it on the 2 hour to fix that. But it looks like your resistance right now, if we push up, it looks like we came down. Your next resistance above for Ethereum to get topped out is right here, around 40,000. Your next support level, your next major support level below, if we come down, if you want to buy in, is going to be around 3,500. Out here, it's more 3,585. This next major support right here. And if we push up, your next resistance above that, however, if we push above that, I mean, your next major resistance is this white line right here. All of this support and resistance. So your next major resistance above is all the way up here around 5,192. That's pretty high up. Sorry guys, I wasn't paying attention to that. So if we push up, watch it potentially get rejected right here, 40,039. If we drop and you want to buy in, this next strongest support is right here at around 3,500. And if we get above, guys, if we get above 40,000 and hold support, the next strongest resistance I have right here is around 5,192. Yeah, I removed it, guys. Sorry about that. So let's see. Somebody asked about Polkadot. Let me close this one. All right, Polkadot. Let's see what's going on with this one. All right, so you can see right here, this right here has been support, and it is now currently resistance. You can see your next resistance level is right here, your next major resistance, and this is your support right here. So if you're looking for, and again, you will respect these lines as well. So if we push up, I'm going to give you different support resistance levels for Polkadot, all right? So if we drop, you're going to find support right here. This is a point you would want to long. So if we drop around 28, potentially, yeah, $28.67, that's your support if you wanted to buy in. Your resistance right now that we need to get above is $33.25. You get above that, the next point you would want to short would be right here around $36.53. And your next strongest resistance above is going to be up here around $41.90. Yeah, the XMR chart, yeah, I have a few charts I need to add. I was just updating current charts. XRP needs to be updated. I can load that chart up. I have not updated this chart. This is the next one needs to be updated. Last time I updated this chart was on 509.20. See how accurate it is, if it's still accurate. Yeah, we're out in no man's land. I mean, you can see how accurate it was back here. That's why I need to update the charts. We topped out here, we found support, topped out here, came back down, found support. But that's why I need to update this chart. You know, the next resistance I have all the way up here is $2.55. Your support is around 94 cents. Yeah, XRP needs to be updated. There's 6 altcoin charts have not been updated. Theta is updated. Anyone that says 822.21 have been updated. So Theta is updated, Matic's updated, Binance Coin was on 85.21, so it's updated. BCH, Ethereum is still good from 627. Litecoin's been updated. Ripple has not. XLM has been updated. Neo has not. Cardano's updated. Chainlink and Tezos is updated. BSV, Comp, VeChain's updated. EOS has not been. Polkadot is. DeFi has been updated, and Wi-Fi. Libra and Dogecoin, OMG have not been updated. So these are the ones that got to update. Let me load up ADA for you. Hold on. I see it. I see you making a chat about it. Hold on. All right, Cardano. Let's see what's going on with that. So you can see we're respecting these rings, guys. I'm telling you, you can use rings to find support and resistance. Notice that this ring right here, this was support, this was resistance. We pushed up. This is currently our resistance right now. This ring. It's all the same fib circle. If I move this. So you'll respect the rings and you'll respect the fib channel lines. So let's get rid of this. Bollinger Band here. All right, so your current support right now to watch. Notice it's a resistance right here. Then it was a lot of support. Your next, I might need to put this on the 2 hour. Hold on, guys. Yeah, same thing. When I put it on, notice that like the Ethereum chart and having it on 3 hour, these don't match up. I put it on the 2 hour and they match up. So I need to save this on the 2 hour. So your current resistance above is right here. Wow, that's crazy. It does that. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with TradingView, why it does that. This was resistance and support. Yeah, that kind of sucks, guys. The rings are still holding. So look, your support right now for ADA is going to be right here around $2.81. Your current resistance is this ring. Rings are reversal points. Right here at $3. So potentially this is the point you might want to short ADA down to at least $2.81. Your next strongest support below is right here. So if we come down below that point, your next support is going to be right here, and there's a moving average here as well. That's confluence. If this comes up to this point and we're dropping, that's a likely point too long. And if you push up, your next major resistance, you got a lot of resistance. You have this yellow ring and you have multiple fib channel lines around $3.20. But I'd probably short ADA down to $2.81. Am I 80% wrong? I don't think I'm 80% wrong. Maybe 30% wrong. I was right about us dropping. I was right about this. I'm right about this being resistance currently at 50,767. But let's look. So yesterday, or when this candle opened right here, this candle right here, when it opened right below this ring. It dropped a total of 2% and then pushed back up. So again, let's see what the DXY is doing. Guys, I didn't plan this out very well. The DXY is just sitting there. The Dow Jones is down 165. Still coming down, 168. I think the market's just going to go sideways until it finally has a drop. So we're above 50,664. Your next resistance to watch is right here. If we push up, 51,591. All hope gone for the Italians. What happened? So who's bullish, guys? Who's bullish thinks we're going to go higher, or who thinks we're topped out to come down? Oh my God. I call tops, guys. Come on. I called tops. Cut me some slack. On this chart right here. Where is this chart right here? I told you when we pushed up, I said this is likely a point to get rejected. We were coming up on it. I have to go back and find those videos. I mean, how? Come on. I told you when we were pushing up. I said when we hit this ring, we get rejected. That is what happened. We got rejected 65K at this ring. This was published November 14, 2020. That was a hell of a call. I got right. We hit this point. I said if we come down, this is going to be your support right here. This white ring and this red ring. We hit it. We found support. Look, support, support, support. You knew 3 points to buy in right here. We pushed up. I can tell you for a fact, just like we got rejected here at this blue ring will give us a rejection as well. And that's what I was talking about here. I mean, does that not make sense? When we pushed up, we got rejected right at this ring, right? We knew about this ring way in advance. When price was getting close to it, said this could be a point we could get topped out. Maybe we didn't, maybe we pushed higher, but we did get rejected. When we were coming down, a lot of people that gave me crap on that one video, I said by July some point, I said if we come down, it's possible that we would come down and make contact right here at 23,200. If we came down, that would be a point to buy because we respected it back here. This is the same fib circle that had our top at 20,000, resistance where we dropped from 6K to 3K. Then we pushed up to 14,000. It was support and resistance, dropped down. It was more support and resistance. Then we got topped out here. So would it not make sense if we came down, we'd find support right here to push back up? Well, we didn't get to find out because we pushed up. But I guarantee you when we hit this ring, it'll start pushing us down. This is the same fib circle they called the bottom right here at 3,900. We're respecting the hell out of these fib circles. So again, it depends on how you look at it. I mean, these are for bigger targets, but this chart's been pretty dead on accurate. Let's see if we hold support and push up from here. Wish I could have these side by side. We're right back underneath this resistance. You think that's a coincidence? All of this resistance and support back here. It was resistance right here, support, support, more support, resistance, 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 resistance. Back here it was resistance, support, resistance, 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 and look, we pushed above it, now we're right back below it. So if we come down, look your support level. As I told you in the previous video, 49,000. So if we come down, your support's 49,276. If we push up, I've got two resistance levels to pay attention to, 52,793. And if we push above this, you're 51,627. It kind of looks like we're topped out, but do not forget, guys, we got bearish divergence. I mean, if we start pushing above this, if you start seeing the RSI push above this, maybe we get a pump. But we got bearish divergence on the MACD and the RSI on the daily. To me, it looks like we're ready to come down. Well, thank you, Eric. Not every call has been right, but again, you just create a chart and I show you where support and resistance levels are, and you have to decide for yourself what you're going to do. I mean, these charts are a little different from these. I mean, this is just as simple as, you get resistance and you short. You potentially would short right here. You would chance it. If you push above it, you get out. But right now, we're back below it. The Dow Jones, let's see here. Okay, we were down like 160. Now we're down 119. The DXY is back above. Look, back above. I think the DXY might start pushing back up. It's possible. This way, always pay attention to the DXY, which is US dollar. Pay attention to US markets. If the dollar is pushing up and markets are down, then Bitcoin's probably going to drop as well. But this is your major resistance right here. Just like down here. Look, guys. when we came down, look how long we tested this. This was, we went way below it, but look at the meat of the candle. Look, 1, 2, came back down. It was support, support, more support, more support, more support. This is where I said, guys, if we came down, I think that this would be likely point to buy. This is around 22,500. But I also said if we push up and get above this line right here, to get bullish. If nobody paid attention to that, they just read the thumbnail. This is where I bought in right here. As soon as we got above this line, I was bullish, and we pushed up ever since. And this is the next major resistance above. If you look at this, look, if I move this, this is just a line outlining it. That's the next fib channel line above, right there. This line right here is the next major resistance above this point right here. That's why I'm saying this is going to be very strong resistance. If you push up 53,000, you can get rejected and come back down, potentially test this ring. We push back up, you could get rejected here and come back down and test the target. I'm telling you, we can still hit on the 23rd of September. It's very possible you can hit that target based on that previous fib circle. Yeah, I'm ignoring them. But we are coming back down. This line right here looks like it might hold as resistance. You know, if the next daily candle, this is on the daily chart, guys, so pay attention. The next daily candle opens in 9 hours and 50 minutes. So if the next daily candle opens above this, you know, that's somewhat bullish. And if we push up to this point and get rejected, well, our support's at 50,500. If we get above and hold support above 53,000, guys, I'm super bullish for more upside. But just remember, whether Bitcoin pushes up, we put in a new all-time high, whether Bitcoin drops down to our support down here around 39,000, regardless, if what I'm predicting with the Dow Jones plays out, and by October 1st, potentially November 1st, if we get a major correction, just like happened here, I'm telling you, Bitcoin is going to come crashing down. Gold's going to come down, silver's going to come down, everything's going to come down. Bitcoin will get hit the hardest. You said you bought right there. Are you planning to sell soon? You're predicting a crash soon, but are you selling? So as far as Bitcoin, I already got out because I'm expecting it to come down. Now, I could have bought back in. I didn't. I expected it to come down lower. It did push back up, so I missed out on some gains. But hey, you know, I'm okay with that. But you know, I bought in. So look. If you've been following me on the previous videos and on Twitter, I told you to buy here. This is what I was waiting for. I made a tweet about this. Go back and watch the previous video. I was talking about this. I wanted to buy right here because last time we tested this moving average, look right here. We almost tested it here. We dropped below it and we pushed up. So I knew that we were respecting this moving average. This is the 200 exponential moving average on the 2 hour. So I was waiting to come down and test this point here. I made a tweet about it. We pushed up. This is where I bought in. So my profit was 15%. And then I said when we came down, this would be support right here. So I bought in here. Rode it up, took my profit right here. Bought back here, right? So I got out here. I got out around here because I didn't expect us to go higher. But if you continue to play it, you know, you have to decide when to get out. But this ended up being support. And, you know, this is resistance right here. So we'll have to see. Or this is our resistance, 50,699. Okay, your question, how can G1 be accurate if you think we're in a bear market trend? Well, that's just it. If we push above 53,171, then we're probably in a bull market. I'm saying this is very strong resistance, just like this was very strong support right down here. That's why I said since we dropped below this support level, I mean, you can see how well we were respecting it right here. Once we got below this, I was bearish. I think if a lot of other people were bearish, everybody was shorting. So they pushed it up to wreck all those shorts. So again, that's what I'm saying. This is very strong resistance. As long as we're below this, potentially in a bear market. We push above it, hey, we're above very strong resistance, we go much higher. So again, pay attention to this target, 53,000. You get above it, get bullish. I'll get bullish. But yeah, I think other people have been talking about this too. If you don't eventually take profits and you wait and it comes back down, you're going to kick yourself. I'm not telling you to sell. This isn't financial advice. I think we're coming back down. I think too many people are bullish. There's too much greed right now. Everybody thinks it's going to go up to 100,000. I just don't think it's going to happen, guys. I think we're topped out to come down. And again, it's not just because we have bearish divergence on both the MACD and the RSI. It's also because of a friggin' fractal playing out. It's almost identical. And I told you about this yesterday. This fib circle right here, it's the same fib circle. The yellow ring and the orange ring. We pushed up. Resistance, support, resistance, support. We found support on this orange ring, we pushed up. Found support on the orange ring, pushed up. We came back down. It became resistance till we made contact with this white ring. The same white ring right here. That's why I'm saying I think it's the same thing. We pushed up. Resistance, support, resistance. Resistance, support, pushed up. We'll probably come back down, test it, push up, come up again, and come back down, and then the same damn thing will play out. That's why I'm saying I think it's two identical fractals. All of this right here, coming down to this point, I think is the same thing as this, to come down to this point. That's why I'm saying we could drop 10K over the next 20-some days. And that's just coming down to support. I'm saying on October 1st, that is when everything's going to come down. So if you're in Bitcoin, whether it's 65K or 39K, I'm saying when we hit this point, be ready for the stock market to have a correction. I think it'll be a major correction. We'll have to see. We know that every time we hit a green ring, we drop at least 10%. That was a 10% drop. This here was a 10% drop. This here is where we had a COVID crash. This was a 36% drop. So it's very possible at this point, if we could get at the very least a 10% drop, that'd be a 20% drop for Bitcoin. And if it comes all the way down to support, 42%, that'd be an 84% drop for Bitcoin. But if you'll notice when we came down, we came all the way down to the support level. This could be our support too right here. So again, I'm just waiting till October 1st. Whether we push up or down, I'm just paying attention to this point. Market's correct, Bitcoin comes down. Let's see what the DXY is doing right now. Same spot. And now the Dow's pushing right back up. So that's pretty much support and resistance levels to pay attention to, guys. BTC will crash means a whole crypto will follow. If Bitcoin crashes, yes, altcoins are going to follow. If you notice, when Bitcoin's going sideways, altcoins will push up. But as soon as Bitcoin comes down, altcoins crash harder. Most of them do. I think a lot of people stay in because they want it to go higher. They want to make more money. They want to get a little bit more, and they stay in as long as they just stay in, and then it crashes. Like, damn, I should have taken my profit there. But that's what I do. When I get up to resistance, I take my profit. And if it pushes higher, so what? I'll wait till it comes down, hold support, buy back in, ride it back up. There's plenty of trades to be made. Doesn't matter what the price is. Percentages are percentages. That's correct, Ash. If my prediction where we hit 39K on the 23rd, even if we don't do that, even if we push up 65K or 70K, whatever it is, yes, if the stock market corrects, that's when you want to take your profit, because when the markets start correcting, that will be the top for Bitcoin. That's what I'm telling you. It doesn't matter if we push up or push down. Just pay attention if what I'm predicting is correct with the Dow Jones. And I don't know why it wouldn't, because every time you hit a ring, you get rejected. So if we got rejected at this green ring, we got rejected at this green ring, we got rejected at this green ring, this is the next green ring. So if whatever Bitcoin is at this point, if you start seeing the markets correct, yeah, take your profit in Bitcoin and get the hell out. Altcoins as well. This fractal doesn't have to play out. I think it will play out. It doesn't have to. It just makes sense to me that it will. And if you'll notice, when we pushed up, this is a ring also right here. This white ring right here. Let me get rid of these moving averages. This white ring, we intersected this white ring right here when this orange ring intersected, right? So that's when we topped out right here. And then we rode down this orange ring to where we intersected this white ring. And then we pushed up where this yellow ring, which is the next fib circle from this orange ring, intersect this white ring right here. That's why I'm saying it makes sense that we're going to come down and then intersect where this yellow ring intersects this white ring. These are all the same. Look, this is the same fib circle. This is the same fib circle. And this is the same fib circle. So it just makes sense. That's how it's going to play out. We're going to come down by the 23rd and hit 39,264. Does it have to play out? No. If we push up, your next major resistance according to this chart is going to be up here, all the way up here around, what, 78,267? You want the absolute top? Actually, I have to load the E1 chart to give you that. You want the absolute top if Bitcoin pushes up? I can show you right now where you'll get rejected. Go under Bitcoin, you load up the E1 chart. This is how high we go before we get rejected. Right here. Let me make this bigger for you. I can tell you this, if we push up, you will get rejected at this blue ring. Maybe temporary, but if we push up, the highest we'll go before getting rejected will be up here potentially. If we push straight up, 91,000. If it's further out here, this is 97,000. You know, right here, let's go to December. Typically we have our peaks in December, right? So December would be here. So the highest we could go, 136,000. If we got rejected, let me get rid of this this Bollinger Band here. Hold on. If we got rejected right here at this orange ring at around 65K right here, then if we push up, a likely point to get rejected is when we make contact with this ring. This is the E1 chart. So those are the points to watch depending on when you hit it. So if you're bullish, that's where we push up, and if you're bearish, this is a point to catch support right here. If we drop 24,500, if it's further out, that price will be higher. This is around 28,000. You'll catch a bounce. Your next support levels below, well, they're getting pretty close to the 200 week and the 300 week. That's a little low to me. I don't think we go that low. I think if we bottom, I do think it will be. I got a lot of charts up here. Hold on. It's the J1 chart I want to load up. I do think it will be when we make contact with the 200-week moving average right here, or the 300-week moving average right here. And just because we bottomed on the 200-week back here, and we bottomed the 300-week back here. So that's the lowest point I think we'll go. If this is the pattern we're in, right, and then we drop, we'll find support here and then push back up. Or if we drop below that, we'll find support here and push back up. No, I agree. Look, I'm just telling you, if we drop, pay attention to 200 weekly and 300 weekly. If we push up, I'm telling you what to pay attention to. If we get above, we know this is strong resistance on the H1 chart. If we get above 51,627, then you need to load up the C1 chart, because if we get above this point, 52,900, that's right at 53,000. Now here's 53,000. That completely matches up with this chart. If we get above this point, guys, I get bullish for more upside. 53,000 right here. They match completely. That's an important resistance level to get above. Get above that, get bullish. And hey, maybe this chart plays out. Maybe we actually end up pushing up to 300,000. But realistically, I do think if you're bullish, guys, and you expect us to push up, I would use the E1 chart to know when we get out. This chart right here. These are your targets, wherever we make contact. If we push straight up, you'll get rejected at 92,000. If it's way out here, This would be 136,000. But we know that we respect this orange ring, and we've been respecting this orange ring going way back. Again, this was this the same flip circle. We topped out here at 20K, dropped from 6K to 3K, pushed up to the next orange ring, support and resistance, pushed up to the next one, support and resistance, topped out at this ring. So again, if we push up, that's the same damn ring we're going to top out at. But that's pretty much it, guys. I don't know what to tell you. Just pay attention. If the dollar continues down, markets continue up. It's very clear here, just going by the US dollar. I mean, the dollar has pushed up a bit. I guess it's pretty much gone sideways. And that's why Bitcoin's gone sideways. Once the dollar makes a decisive move up or down, you know, if the dollar comes back down to this point, I imagine Bitcoin's going to break out and start heading up. But if the opposite happens, if the dollar continues to push up, guys, I'm telling you, Bitcoin is going to come down. Yeah, well, at least you said it correctly. Yeah, a $10,000 decrease in price. It hasn't changed. Nothing has changed from what I was saying. I'm telling you, based on this fractal, I think it's very possible that Bitcoin is going to come down and hit that target. It hasn't changed. It's the same thing. Just like right here. We moved down this orange ring. We bottomed here. I think we're going to move down this orange ring and bottom here. Notice we got two big bounces off this ring. Bounce. Bounce. Became resistance. Resistance to this target. I think the same thing's playing out. We got a bounce. We'll come back down. Probably get another bounce. Come below it. It'll be resistance until we hit this target. That is the $10,000 drop I'm talking about, and this yellow line right here represents what's going to happen with the Dow Jones right here when we hit this green ring. It's that simple. This is when everything comes down, in my opinion. If it's a major correction, if it's a small correction, don't worry about it. If we just come down, 10%, and then push back above it, hey, get bullish on Bitcoin. But if this initiates, Michael Burry, what he's been saying that we're going to have a major crash, he's not sure when it's going to happen. It's very likely it could happen at this point. We know that we get rejected at the green ring, so why would we not get rejected again? And with everything that's going on, this might be a major correction. Oh my God. Yes, I did say that. I said it's going to the moon. And Jesus. Hold on. Let me just load this up. Let me explain this picture to you, since apparently you can't understand what it is. Okay, yeah, right here. You do see that, right? Yeah, why Bitcoin will moon soon. Here's the Earth, right? Here's the Earth, and the moon's down below. So we're going to the moon. Price goes down and hits the moon. It depends on your perspective. You get it? Jesus. You know what? If you can't understand this, the irony of this, me being sarcastic, then you should not be trading Bitcoin. Period. Oh my God. So anyways, guys, I'm going to keep you updated on Twitter and on Discord. It's so simple. I mean, it's supposed to be funny why Bitcoin will moon soon. And the moon is, below Earth. Again, if you're in outer space, it depends on your perspective. You can be looking at any angle you want, where the moon could be above, or it could be below, or behind, or front. And I'm just saying, yeah, Bitcoin goes to the moon by Bitcoin dropping. It's supposed to be funny, and people see it and like, why are you bullish? People are stupid. They really are stupid. And that's why the majority of people that think Bitcoin's going to go to 100,000, 200,000, they believe it, they're going to long it, while all these institutional money and exchanges that make money off liquidating longs and shorts, they're going to long it, listening to, Crypto. Watch till the end of the video. I got some bullish news. Why are we going to hit 250,000? And then Fidelity released this thing saying Bitcoin can go to 1 billion by what? 2040, 2030. They hear this bullish stuff and they buy into it. And then it just comes crashing down. When it got to 65K, people kept saying it's going to go to 100,000, it's going to 200,000. Maybe, but we had a 50% drop. And I'm telling you this, if you look at this damn chart, every time we have a 50% drop, it's got too many friggin' charts open here. Every time we have a 50% drop, just look at what I'm saying here. We had a 50% drop right here. 55% drop. That put us in this triangle pattern, and we had a drop. We had another 50% drop. Look, this is a 65% drop. It put us in this pattern. We had a crash. This right here at 14,000, we had what? Close to, well, 50% drop if you come below it. And right here, it was a 50% drop. So I'm just saying, when you get that much of a drop, it is very possible this same damn pattern is playing out again. This happened in 2013, 2019, or 2018. 2019. I'm saying the same damn thing could be playing out. It is possible. It doesn't have to be that way, but it just seems like this could be playing out. If we push higher, forget it. I was wrong. Don't worry about these moving averages down here. If it pushes above this and we get above our previous high, guys, get bullish. But if it does play out this way, I'm giving you both scenarios. It could come down and do something like this, and if it does break to the bottom, you have your targets right here. Everybody seems to be bullish, guys, and when everybody's bullish, I have friends calling me that don't know anything about. I had someone contact me and said that they bought some crypto on an ATM machine, some crypto ATM, and I guess they can't access their crypto and want me to help them do that. When people that don't know about cryptocurrency are buying crypto on an ATM, that is when you know it's it's probably higher than it needs to be, and something's going to happen. Everybody's bullish on Bitcoin. Someone buys $300 worth of Bitcoin thinking that, oh, my $300 is going to turn to $1 million. I'm sorry, it's not going to happen. But anyways, this weekend I am going to update the rest of the altcoin charts. So look, the altcoin charts that will be updated this weekend are going to be these. The ones that are not currently updated, that will consist of Ripple, XRP is going to be updated. Let's see, that's already updated. Neo will be updated. Let's see, EOS will be updated. OMG will be updated. Libra and Dogecoin. Those are the only ones that have not been updated. I did promise someone I would update the BTC Euro charts. I need to do that. And then I'll add XMR because one person's been on my case about that. And then I'm going to create some of those 1 to 5 minute trading charts. And then I need to get busy on the stocks. It is true. People that are bullish, they follow it. They want to hear the bullish news. They want to hear how rich they're going to be. They want to hear they're going to turn their $1,000 into $2 million. They love that hopium. I'm just telling you, just be cautious. Even if Bitcoin continues up, and I'm even telling you, if Bitcoin gets above 53K, I'm bullish, guys. I am bullish above 53K. But I think a stock market crash is going to happen on October 1st. So look, wherever Bitcoin is October 1st, start thinking about scaling out maybe. Take out half of what you have in there. Yeah, and I want to leave the stream up a little longer. I'm going to have to kill it soon, but if we push above, if we get up to this point, watch. Write this number down, 51,615. Watch and see if we push that point to get rejected. Your current support, we did hold support. Look, the next candle that opened held support right here, 50,655. This chart right here, we're above this right now. So if you're looking for a point to get rejected, and guys, one more time, just if you're just now tuning in, this is very, very important resistance. If we get above this, that's why I'm saying it's bullish. Resistance, 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 resistance. When you break above very strong resistance, you can expect to get a pump. If we hold support here and we'll push up. That plays right along with this chart right here, 52,990. If we get above this point and hold support, I'm bullish. In the meantime, if we get rejected here, I expect us to come down and touch this target I've been talking about on the 22nd of September. And October 1st, mark my words, we're going to get at least a 10% correction. And it is very possible the markets have a major crash or a major correction and Bitcoin is going to plummet. So anyways, I'm just repeating everything from the last 4 videos. I think you guys know what's going on. So this weekend, I'm going to get busy making some charts. I'm going to create some new stock charts, some altcoin charts. And again, sorry I left this up earlier in the video, but if you do want to take advantage of this Labor Day special, guys, right here, this is just this weekend, guys. Normally it's $2.99 lifetime access. That's for everything. That's Bitcoins, altcoins, precious metals, Discord, Twitter, tutorials, and stocks. It is normally $2.99. This weekend, if you contact me, it's $2.49. So just shoot me an email, say I want the discount lifetime, and I will set you up. The link is right here if you want to contact me. Just go to the website, click on contact if you like. This is where you can send me the email. My email address is there. And if you just want to sign up for 1 month to try it out, this is the link right here. And I will keep you guys updated on Twitter and in Discord. Just remember, October 1st, I'm expecting a possible stock market crash. Pay attention. October 1st, right here. This is the Dow Jones original. This is the Dow Jones crash rings. October 1st is when I think this crash will initiate. It will start. When that happens, get the hell out of Bitcoin, because I think we're going to have a lot of downside. In the meantime, it is possible that this plays out. I got all this crap on here. Let me refresh this chart. I think it is very possible, just like this previous orange ring. We wrote down it. I think we are going to come back down and ride down this ring and make contact with 39,264. All right, guys, that's it. Until the next video, I'm out. Peace.